Hey everybody, it is the Channel 5 show. Mighty Sharp here with Monty Mont. And it's that time of year again, y'all. I don't know if this is the fourth or fifth annual. I can't remember how many we've done of these, but it's NBA time and it always creeps up on us. I have my esteemed panel with me, of course. Joe, how you doing today, brother?
Live in action. What's going on, Monty Mont?
The good and the new digs. We've got the king of the picks. The king of the he calls himself well, I don't even call him what he calls himself because I want to acknowledge that. But you know, you can check him right now. He's headlining at the Sphere. Mr. Van Cobb, how you doing, sir?
It's the Swami.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that, but we'll give you a little props on that.
I'm blessed, man. I can't complain. I'm blessed. Thank you, sir.
And then everybody from the 313, put your hands up with me. It's you know who it is. All right, it's J Money time. Mr. Jason Robinson, how you doing, sir?
What's up, Monty Mont?
All right. We are back.
Y'all had to bring the expert analysis to the table today.
Yeah, he's going to give us that Kendrick Perkins edge. Yeah, So we are recording this fresh off first game of the NBA season. Always creeps up on me. I never be realizing because this is the crux of sports season right here. All
the best
going.
Yeah.
College football is going. Midnight Madness and college basketball start. Like it's everything. It's so many things happening right now. So we're going to try to catch things up. First game of the season just got over with the Nuggets over the Lakers, 119-107. Ring night for the Nuggets. Jokic probably didn't even care. But let's get to it. So we're going to start real quick first. We'll go around just like I did before with what do you think the best off-season move was going into the year? So just in the off-season, a lot of things happen, you know, guys trading places, things like that, draft picks. Joe, your best off-season move for this summer?
So there's a ton of stuff that happened this offseason. I feel like the last two off seasons, the NBA, like we get a brand new NBA every year because of how many changes keep happening. Like if you are an investor in the jerseys, this is not a good time for you. I would say though, out of everything, the best change is not a player going somewhere. I think I should say the biggest change was the whole call it what you want resting rule that they call it the Kawhi Leonard rule. I say that because with a lot of the trades that happened this year, whether it be Dame, whether it be Porzingis, whether it be Bill, a lot of these guys, you know, have had a lot of injuries. CP3, all these guys have had injuries. So with it being such a ring culture NBA, you know, I'm sure there would have been a lot more rest happening, a lot more guys sitting out. I think that the big thing with this new rule is it's going to force a lot of these guys who probably would have been on a lot of load management to unfortunately, like, you know, have to get out there, you know, if you want to get that all NBA, if you want to get, you know, not get fined, different things like that. Of course, I'm sure teams are going to find a way to get around it, but I think that's probably the biggest move of all because, you know, depending on who you got, you know, the Bucks can't afford to sit Dame a bunch of games, you know, for this and you know, Dame's already missed some all NBA he probably should have been on, different things like that. So I think in the biggest realm, that's going to be the biggest determining factor because nowadays, it doesn't matter how talented your team is. If you aren't healthy come playoff time, you know, you're pretty much at the mercy of whoever you're playing. So I think that was the biggest move.
That's interesting. I never that one, but you're right. Plus, the money's tied to these games getting to be played for these awards, so there is incentive to play. JVC, your biggest off-season move in the summer?
My biggest off-season move was the departure of Jordan Poole from the Golden State Warriors to the Washington Wizards. The cancer of that stank team up north spirit is gone. And now he's moved on to the Wizards. Have you seen him lately? He kind of looks like a light-skinned Franklin Saint right now. I'm just going to be honest with you. Definitely seems like him and Kuz are on something daily. I mean, right before they tip off, yeah. But
Louis, the core.
Anyways, I think there are some very high-profile moves that happened. But in my core, I feel like there was a cancer that blocked the Golden State Warriors last year. And I think we will see the difference between cohesiveness and a bad seed. That's what I'm going with.
Interesting. Okay. Let me come back to that. So, Rob, give me your biggest offseason move or something.
The biggest offseason move was the introduction, or what I believe will be one of the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball. We've never seen anything like this before, and that is the San Antonio Spurs drafting Victor Wembanyama. Well, I've seen his preseason games, and this looks unreal. I had questions on whether or not he would be able to translate, but I've never seen somebody at 7'4" move the way he moves. Even if he's a bust offensively, what he can do defensively, the ground he covers, he blocking. I mean, like, you can't get a shot off over this guy. Like, I've never seen anything like this. If he stays healthy, I mean, I think it's like every 20 years you get like a generational player. Like, Bron came in 2003 draft. It's 2023. When Jordan came in, what year he get drafted? Like 83 or 84?
Yeah, it was early 80s, something like that.
It was like that, so like 20 years, right?
Yeah, it was like, I think it was like 85. He came in 85.
It's like 85, almost like 18 to almost 20 years, man, where these kind of players come in and they change the game.
You're right about that. And I've heard a couple people pick him for maybe defensive player of the year, if nothing else. I mean,
if nothing else, yeah.
So definitely, we're gonna talk more about him in a minute. But I'll say mine is a little off the beaten path as well. I feel like the biggest offseason move is in Milwaukee, but not what people think. And the reason why I say that is because we know Dame, went there, but I feel like with Adrian Griffin, and I know it's like, who's Adrian Griffin? But I really feel like that coach is going to be more defensive minded. And the loss of a great, because everybody's like, well, you lost, defense when you lost Drew, and you did.
Yep.
I feel like he might be the key for them if he can get that defense right. And listen, barring an injury, Giannis messed his back up. They might have been there anyway, and Jimmy Butler got crazy. I was like, if he can get that defense right for them, that honestly might negate the loss of Drew. Plus, you're adding the offensive firepower. So I think, to me, that was my biggest move, and it really wasn't talked about a lot because he's not a big name. He's his first-year coach. But I'm like, well, I want to see what happens with them, so that's my move. All right. So also, very quick, yes or no, hot potato. Is Jordan Poole going to be All-Star this year? Just yes or no, Jay? Yes or no?
No.
JVC?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
I think so too. I think he might actually make the All-Star game. I think he might. So we talked about that real quick. And one more thing on that. How do we still not know who leaked that video? I mean, seriously, bro, that was not a game. That was a practice. Everybody allowed in the practice. Like, we still don't know who that, because if that video is not leaked, fam. But anyway, okay, we're going to keep it moving. That's always questioned me. So,
it's an inside job.
Because come on, fam. That's a closed practice. But
yeah,
I'm going to ask now for your biggest surprise and disappointing team. Now, your surprise team does not have to win the NBA Finals, but a team that you feel like could really make a move, maybe a conference final team or just a team that didn't, you make the playoffs, might make a little move. We'll go in reverse order. Rob, who's your biggest surprise team and then your biggest disappointment team that will really kind of crash and burn?
I think the surprise team are the New Orleans Pelicans.
Okay.
What I seen your boy been putting the Mountain Dews and the Five Guy burgers down, man. He's slim, but he looking ready. Him with BI, with CJ McCollum, Alvarado, and all those guys, man. They got, I think, Herb. What's your boy name? Herb, the little defender. They're gonna be nice. I think they're gonna. I mean, they were playing well even before your boy went out. So I think they're gonna be able to make a push. And I think the biggest disappointment will be the Phoenix Suns. Any team led by Kevin Durant is not going to get it done. It's championship or bust effort. It's championship or bust, man. And he's not going to get it done.
That's fired. Okay. All right. JVC, your biggest surprise team and biggest disappointment team.
My biggest surprise team. This has nothing to do, like you said, with actual real winning, but I think the culture and the environment is actually going to change in Houston. I do.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think they got something going. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you just got to keep Udoka, focused. But other than that,
I caught that. I caught that.
no, I think from a team.
Wow.
H Town, H Town.
Wow.
No, I think from a gel perspective of bringing in those veterans, I think Van Vliet.
Yeah.
I hate Dylan Brooks, but I just think bringing in some veterans along with that young talent, like Jalen Green got talent, like these guys, and I think a hard-nosed coach games like Ime gonna come in and bring some discipline in. So I think you're gonna see an improvement in their win-loss record, and just in the culture of the Rockets. So that's my biggest surprise. I think my biggest disappointment. That's a good question. My biggest disappointment, gladly, I'm gonna go with the Memphis Grizzlies.
I knew he was
And that brings joy to my heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, gang, recognize gang. Gritty, what they do? Whoop that. Whoop that. Yeah.
Dude, man.
So my man, Memphis was supposed to take that next step. They was there, but I feel like they're completely about to fall off the map. We heard the unfortunate. I don't, kid about this at all. Anybody getting injured? We heard about Steven Adams. He's done for the year.
Oh,
No job for
that's
the first
huge.
25 games. Dylan Brooks is gone. Like, they're gutted.
Yeah.
So that other Western Conference team that was on the rise,
Yeah.
I feel like this is a lost year for the
Yeah.
Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, your biggest surprise and biggest disappointment teams.
I just at first before I get I want to co-sign actually with what Rob said. I got the game on now. I got a lot of respect for KD, but we got to stop this, man. Like, this dude ducks so much smoke.
Yeah.
Like, listen, for real, the dude, he didn't get it done in Brooklyn, understandably, right? A lot of stuff was going on, right? But last year, didn't nobody say nothing all offseason. Nobody said nothing, hardly whole offseason. I'm just saying, you got 3 bona fide all-stars, all NBA caliber guys. We got to stop ducking. He can't keep ducking all this smoke. He's been ducking smoke. And one other gentleman needs to stop ducking smoke, and his name is Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, talking to Boston, the Boston Knights. I have no love for Boston. Y'all got to win it this year. Last year was a no excuse year.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous what happened to them last year.
Yeah.
This year, if Jason Tatum's going to be, what is he? I think they had him number 6, number 5 or whatever on the top 5 list. If he's going to be that, again, God got to help accountable. Because to me, if Jaylen Brown could go left every once in a while, he'd be the number 1 option. Anyway, my most disappointing team, unfortunately, it's mainly of what happened in the off season. This is a very sore spot. Is my Miami Heat. I remember the day that the Dame trade went down in the staff meeting. I don't really remember what happened after that meeting because that's all I saw. Milwaukee, and I give Milwaukee credit. They swooped that out of nowhere. Yeah. It's still difficult to talk to today, but unfortunately, when you lose Gabe Vincent, you lose Max Strus, you kind of swing for the fences to get either Dame or Bradley Beal, and you get neither of them. You could see it in Emo Jimmy's face. He wasn't really. It just kind of is what it is, man. Dude did everything. You make it to the finals when nobody thought you would, and your reward is you lose 2 of your starters and you don't get Dame. It's unfortunate.
That's a good point.
I think he got rid of the Emo, but he may as well keep it this year. It's rough out here in the 305. I'll say my biggest surprise though for this year, which isn't much of a surprise. I just know they haven't been getting a lot of talk. Is the Thunder. I'm not the biggest fan of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but you've got him, Giddey, and I think you're going to see, if he can stay healthy, a pretty motivated Chet Holmgren. I think Chet understands that Wembanyama is the guy, which everyone thinks, but don't get that twisted. In Chet Holmgren's mind, he is the best first-year player in the NBA right now, without question. I think he's going to be very motivated to show what he can do. I think the team was already good last year. We saw that. They made a lot of strides last year. I think this year, I could see them doing similar things, maybe not to the same extent, but how the Kings had that big rise I can see them a whole lot of teams. So I'm going to say the Thunder are my dark horse this year.
I like that pick. You know what? I hope Chet, I hope his warm-up music is forgot about Dre, because they didn't forget about Chet a little bit, but everybody can be in the pub. But yeah, so I'll go for me. My disappointment team. I don't like this Philly situation, and I really feel like it's such a distraction. The problem is Daryl Morey plays hardball, and he does not trade a superstar without. He will let this go on, and I feel like pride has gotten in the way with him and Harden, and it's gonna really hurt the team. I like Nick Nurse. I think he's a good coach. I like Embiid. Some people don't. I like Embiid, but this is such a distraction because James Harden. This is what he does. He's AWOL right now, and I don't know how they bring him back. But without him or without a replacement for him, I just think they're going to struggle. And at best, to me, they're no better than third best team in the East, and slowly sinking from there. So that's my disappointment team. My surprise team, and I might be a year a little early, but I really like Detroit. They got the new coach. They forgot about, I love Cade Cunningham. I'm a big Cade. He missed all last season.
Yeah, he can ball.
The word on the street is both them Thompson twins is money.
They monsters.
They are monsters. Yeah. I'm not saying I think they're going to be in the play-in for sure. I'm not saying they're going to be like the third seed, but now they might be next year. They might be last year's Sacramento, if that makes sense. Not this year, but keep your eye on Detroit. I love the foundation. I really do. And I think getting a real coach, I mean, he's the most highest paid coach in the league, so they go all in on the coach. And I expect Cade to really break out as well. So we're going to see. Just keep your eye. I'd be shocked if they're not a playing team. I really feel like they're going to be a playing team. I like Detroit. I like the blueprint. They're taking their time with it. They sat Cade out the whole season. They could have brought him back, going all in. So I like them. So, okay, in that same vein, JVC, I'll start with you now. Our biggest or surprise, we kind of already touched on it a little bit, but surprise players and disappointing players. So who do you think can again, it doesn't have to mean it's team success, but what player could maybe really break out, go from all-star to all-NBA or whatever. JVC, do you got a guy that could break out, and you got a disappointing guy that might fall off?
All right, I'm not going to be biased. I do got I'm going to be unbiased, right? I was going to go with Kuminga. I feel like he could take the next step, but I'm going to back off that. I'm going to go with AR-15. I'm going to go with Austin Reeves. I think, man, white boy can hoop, man.
He can hoop, yeah.
Like straight up. And I felt like he gained confidence within himself, within his teammates. So I don't know what level that's going to portray to individual accolades, but I got my eyes on him. Like he might be the next white American, whatever. I don't know. Those are few and far in between.
Wow, yeah, it's been a while.
So, as far as disappointment, man, I don't even want to say it. Like I don't even want to acknowledge him, but I got to go with James Harden, man. Like this dude is I'm just tired of it. Like I'm ready for him to be done and like just be in the background of a Meek Mill video, bopping his head. Like that's what I want for him. And just go be in a Meek Mill video. Like it's nonstop. There's no pleasing this dude. Like it's ridiculous. So I'm just disappointed in his life. Like he's not winning that life to me, let alone basketball.
Joe, your biggest surprise player and biggest disappointment?
So biggest surprise, we kind of already said. I think Poole being out of, I don't want to say the big spotlight, but big spotlight of Steph, Clay, Draymond, the big three. Again, understanding, I think these, younger cats, like they want to come in and do their thing. You're coming into an established franchise, which he had his opportunities, but being in that big of a spotlight, I don't think he was able to do what he thinks he's capable of doing. Washington is kind of the place, unfortunately, where you ain't gonna win much, but you're gonna get your opportunity. So from that standpoint, I think the only thing that could possibly hold him back from being an all-star is a winning record. But just kind of see them in the preseason. The dude can get off a bucket at any point.
Yeah.
Defense is not very big, but as far as getting off a bucket, that dude Jordan Poole, man, he's him. Biggest disappointment. I'm going between two different people. Because honestly, I love Bradley Beal. I don't see how he's going to fit into this system with the amount of firepower that they have with Booker, KD. I don't know if he's going to be able to fit. But above him, I hate to say it because this guy's very entertaining, but the system he's in, the team he's in, is a dumpster fire. I'm gonna say LaMelo Ball.
Oh wow!
I'm saying LaMelo Ball as far as a big disappointment, just because half of the starting five is going to be behind bars this season, which is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. That team, I don't know. They're going to be very. It just seems that they're going to be very, on a first name basis with the correctional facilities of Charlotte. However, but I don't know. I'll be honest. I watching LaMelo. I kind of was waiting for, and again, I think he was also last year. I was waiting for something. I don't think he's in the environment. I don't think he's under the right coaching. I don't think he's in the right management. I think we may see some slippers, and he's had some, not necessarily anything detrimental, but you kind of just seen their minds not really on basketball, it seems right now. So I think, especially him being as young as he is, as much, notoriety, success he has, I unfortunately think he might have a bit of a down season this year.
Rob, your biggest surprise guy and your disappointment guy.
I'm gonna go off the box a little bit here, but what I saw from him in the playoffs last year, he was a big spark for the Lakers. He made some big shots, man. I think old Rui Hachimura, he worked out with LeBron all summer. I think he's going to compete for that third spot, that third superstar behind him. And Austin Reeves are going to go back and forth. That's why they gave him that contract. They really liked what they saw from him during the playoff run. He hit some big shots, some threes. He was able to get his own shot. So I think he's going to be able to step up for the Lakers and make them some contenders this year. And for my disappointment, man, I think that Kristaps Porzingis, you trade Robert Williams, you trade Brogdon, and you bring in Porzingis because Mazzulla he's more of an offensive-minded coach as opposed to Udoka, who was more defense. He wants to score the basketball. He wants to shoot a bunch of threes. And I think Kristaps Porzingis, they're not going to get what they thought they were going to get from them. Boston is going to be a disappointment, and Jason Tatum is not going to be up to the hype.
Do you feel like health-wise he's not, or you just feel like he's not going to produce, period?
I feel like it's going to be a combination. It may be health-wise.
Or both, okay.
Yeah, it may be a combination of both. Because they essentially are going all in offensively.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you gave up your depth. They gave up Robert Williams. Then they gave up Robert Williams. They gave up your boy, what's your light-skinned dude name with the funny bug? Marcus Smart.
Light-skinned dude.
That's built funny. You know what I'm talking about.
Derek White?
No,
he played at Tennessee. Why I know his college came in.
Oh, you're talking about start with an S.
Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Man,
yeah,
that was going at it with Jimmy Butler last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, they hate his guts.
What's his name?
Not Pritchard, right?
No, it's the light skinned dude from Tennessee.
Where they traded to?
They traded to Dallas to play with Luka.
I'm literally
See, why can't nobody remember this cat's name though?
Grant Williams. There you
go.
Williams. I said start with S.
Yeah. Well, okay. So mine, I'll say my biggest surprise player or breakout or whatever. I think they already made some noise, and I don't know about the team, but I think I've always rocked with De'Aaron Fox, and I think he got, He got a taste of it, and now I think he's got that killer instinct.
Oh yeah.
He's definitely going to be an all-star. I just think I love his game. I love his tenacity, and he's like, it's where it's that always good, and it's gonna be like, oh, okay, now he's really good. So I'm looking at Fox to truly break out, and I got a different kind of slant on my disappointing player. I really feel like Luka, not because of the numbers, but bro, the wine, it's like he's not a leader. And I feel like Dallas is going to crash and burn this year. I really do. And they're going to be there. Everybody was like, oh, the Trae Young for Luka is the biggest disappointing trade. And it's like, when you look at that.
No, Jay, don't try to act like you understand what he's saying.
And the thing is, I'm a Luka guy. I rock with Luka. I said he was going to be something to jump, but the leadership is not there. And I feel like Dallas is going to have a terrible season, and he's going to get the blame. And it could blow up. I really feel like it might blow up.
Is it going to be because of Luka, or you put Kyrie Irving on the team?
I mean,
one
both.
of the biggest cancers in the NBA history.
That's what I mean. It's a terrible combination, and I think Luka's not going to be the leader they need. And ultimately, he's the franchise. And I think
they was traded till they traded your Van Cobb's son that they traded to New York.
Oh,
and he said it was the worst contract in the NBA history.
I said I'm not giving Brunson no more than.
You said you said
I'll give him a 4-year, $20 million deal. That's what I give him.
You say he's gonna get that dude only $5 million a year?
You're gonna see him in the employee lunchroom. So stop talking. I don't know why you keep talking loud. Y'all gonna be meeting at the employee lunchroom. So I don't know why you keep doing that. But that's my.
You're right about that. I'm be honest with you. Like, I feel like Luka and his impact has peaked. I try to tell you that, J-Rob. Like, he's not going to impact and make that team better. Like, top 5 player, like, whatever.
He's got the ball in his hands more than any player in the league, and it's just
ridiculous.
You know, the thing is, he's going to get the same. He's going to get his numbers, but the team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it, but okay. So now let's get down to the nitty gritty. I believe I got closest last year, I think, because I picked Denver the year before to win, but then last year I picked Milwaukee, but I picked Milwaukee and Denver. So I still think I got the belt for that. So let's go.
Wait, you picked Milwaukee and Denver in the finals?
I picked Milwaukee to win last year, but I had Denver. I've been loving Denver for a long time. So,
but let's just be clear that I'm the only one that's ever actually guessed right.
You had Denver?
No,
wait. The year before. The year before. I said Warriors is gonna win.
Oh, that seems so long ago. Warriors won last.
No. I thought last year we did who was going to the conference finals.
We did that too. Well, I thought
I was right about that. I was right about. I had
you had the Lakers, right? Yeah, you had the Lakers. Then we said. I thought we said conference finals and finals because
we did conference, and then I think we came back for finals, but we only did.
Conference. Came back for finals, yeah. I don't know, but all right. So, and this is what I love, though. The reason why we probably did conference finals is because it's so crazy in the West, and all this talk. Listen, between Denver, Golden State, Phoenix, Sacramento, the Lakers. So right there, I just named 5 teams.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 2 teams that get to the conference finals, and there's only 4 teams in the semi. So one of them teams ain't even getting out the first round. I just named 5. Like, that's how crazy it's gonna be. I didn't even talk.
I love how we don't even mention who have we not even mentioned in the West?
Phoenix Suns.
No, the Clippers. Yes.
Clippers, right. Clippers.
Wow, we sure haven't.
Yeah. So
why is that?
Let's put it on record. Let's get it on record now. Get your conference finals picks and your finals picks. I already know, so I'm gonna go with mine right now. So I want to in the East. I mean, this might be chalk, but I just feel like it's not that close in the East. It's Milwaukee, Boston, barring injury.
That's
but
what I said.
Injuries could change something because we saw what injuries did last year. But it's Milwaukee, Boston chalk there, and in the West, I've got Denver and man, I lost my.
Hey, look at Van Cobb.
No, I got Denver, Golden State in the West. I'm on with Milwaukee.
Smart man.
Denver, Golden State in the West. All right, Rob, who is your conference finalist, and then we'll get to the finalists after that. Conference finalists.
I got Lakers in Denver,
Lakers in Denver.
and I got the same East.
Same in the East.
Milwaukee and
Okay,
Boston.
Joe, who do you have in your conference finals?
And I'm trying to pick somebody different in the East. I can't see nobody going other than barring just some type of tragic injury.
Right.
I can't even see nobody else. So I gotta go Bucks and Celtics. And in the West, I'll be honest, I got the same as Rob. I got a rematch last year.
They're rematching it back, bro.
Okay, JVC.
In the East, likewise, pretty clear cut. Bucks, Celtics. In the West, same as you, Monty. I got the Warriors and the Nuggets.
I got a question though. Is this the year we finally get to see the awakening of Jonathan Kuminga? Because
that's what I said, bro. Like
I mentioned, I didn't want to be biased. I mentioned
because the last 3 years, everybody on the Warriors organization has been talking about the awakening of this dude coming out, and Steve Kerr refuses to play. Why he ain't playing your dude, man?
Better if they're gonna get there. He better, because without him, I mean, they definitely.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, you must have forgot what CP3 looked like the last time we saw him in the playoffs.
I'm not even
atrocious.
I'm not even basing that off CP3. CP3 is just icing on the cake.
I don't think
CP3 is an add-on, bro.
He's
That's
not.
it. He's an add-on.
Who else gonna score? Clay? Not.
He's not gonna score.
Steph gonna do Steph. He gonna do Steph stuff. We know what we gonna get from Steph.
Yeah.
Clay took a step back last year. He didn't look like that. He didn't look like. We were just talking about Clay when he was. What did he put up? 27 in the quarter, and it's 61 and all that. He ain't playing like he's not that Clay no more, man.
Oh, so okay. And I mean,
we lost bench scoring. I'm just saying from an analyst standpoint.
Same thing. I could bring out
but see, that's people say that.
I could bring out the broom and talk.
Wait, here's the thing though. Clay was streaky, but he basically had the same year he's had. He was 21.9, almost 22.
What did he do in the playoffs though? His playoff numbers. Those were way down.
That whole we talking about playoffs that whole year, bro. They won 44. They was 44-38. They showed us who they were the whole year. They never
it was a crazy year.
Right.
Like,
never was right.
I'm saying, you think they got better from last year?
I think without the distractions, they'll be better. Like it was just a crazy year for them. And
but I'm saying, okay, but all right, or just real quick. Like people are piling on Jordan Poole now. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a huge Golden State fan, but that championship they won the year before, was he not critical in that championship?
That's a good point.
Yeah, nobody's debating that.
Good for him. Yeah,
he was good for him, right?
Yeah,
but that's one.
So I'm saying, okay, one, you got rid of him. So you're gonna have who's gonna get you who's gonna be your third, like your scorer? Like
no, listen,
you're not looking at. Go ahead.
Kuminga has to step up. Like
it's what I'm okay. As long as
let me say it like this, and I'm not trying to make Kuminga this because he's not this, but that trio reminds me of that San Antonio trio, right? And after they had that first initial run, they had a young Kawhi. Remember the Kawhi?
Young Kawhi.
He wasn't what he was yet, but he was stepping up. So trust me, I'm putting in on somebody.
So you basing your pick on the emergence of Jonathan Kuminga
or Moody. One of these dudes got somebody.
It's important. The thing that I'm locking in on is that you subtract Jordan Poole, who stopped ball movement. Right? He got you ISO buckets, but he stopped ball movement. I'm already looking at preseason. Now Draymond don't have to be on the floor to be a floor general. CP3 is literally looking for them off these screens, and he's coming right in. It's icing on, like it's a high IQ trade for ISO ball. And the more the Warriors move the ball, the more successful they are. That's how they operate.
I think honestly, Poole, and he did contribute to him, but for what he wants to be, it's like there was no way James Harden was going to stay on the Oklahoma City Thunder and be no third string guy, but coming off the bench. Like, we know who he is. And we might say that about people in the room.
Bro, last year, you want to talk about him getting you one? You want to talk about giving up one? Go back and look at some film, bro. This dude was out there like an 8-year-old kid.
Okay, we get that.
Up the ball terrible.
But I'm saying, would he have played like that if he didn't get punched in the mouth for everybody to see? That messed up the whole team. Everybody knows.
Here's the question. why did he get punched in the mouth? Like my man,
because he was running that mouth.
Thought he was a little bit more than he was. Like, let's just get that. We know that too. But okay, so real quick, let's get to our finals picks. So everybody's got chalk. I mean, it's hard not to have chalk in the East, and us all picking chalk means something crazy gonna happen. But I have in my finals, which I hate to even say this, but I got Boston. I'm picking Boston over Milwaukee, and I've got Denver running it back. So I got Boston and Denver in my finals. Who do you have for your finals?
Hold on. Let's add a little caveat. What's your Boston Milwaukee series looking like?
What's
the series count?
Oh, I think that's gonna be a
That's
war.
7. That's
7. I got Boston. That's why home court is going to be so important too. I feel like home court could determine, and I got Boston in 7 or Milwaukee.
No, I got
Joe. Who do you have for your finals?
For the East,
Just who's making the finals period?
I got Milwaukee coming out the East. I got Lakers coming out the West, and as far as number wise, like for like number wise for the finals, or just number wise for the East.
He asked me okay, wait. So let me get.
I was just curious what his Bucks Celtics was looking like.
Oh, because I don't see that going 7 games.
So you got who you got winning the finals? Then you got the Lakers and Milwaukee. Who you got?
Oh, Lakers, of course.
You going Lakers? Lakers to win the championship.
Listen, last year I said
I'm not.
Last year y'all laughed at him.
We laughed last year. I just want to make sure it's on the record.
Last year, last year though, he pulled out like some magic do-rag. I remember you did something, bro.
Yeah, he did.
The do-rag is over there. The do-rag is over there. I said Westbrook was getting traded, and I said
he did.
He did call a lot.
He did call that.
He did.
I just want to make sure we got it on record. So you got the Lakers over Milwaukee in the finals. All right, JVC, what do you have for your final?
I got the Warriors beating the Nuggets, getting in. I am calling this. I think the Bucks are going to beat the Celtics, and I think that Dame is about to clown. That's what I personally feel. I just feel like my man's is finally going to be on that stage, and I feel like
he about to go nuts.
I feel like Dame is going to be like Giannis going to do his thing, but I got a feeling Dame is about to let him know for real what's up. Yeah. Barring any injuries, that's how I feel. In that finals, I just feel, and I'm not going to stop.
Can you imagine the Dame Steph Curry finals? Ew, that would be great.
But I just
nasty.
I feel like it's destiny for Steph to get 5 rings, and I feel like it's going to happen. I feel like the IQ on the floor is going to be crazy to overcome talent, and they're going to get that number 5.
You got Golden State, Milwaukee.
I got Golden State, Milwaukee. I'm picking Golden State for the chip.
Okay, Rob.
I just had to pull an audible. So I got Milwaukee over the Celtics. I just feel like Giannis is going to be too much. Boston got rid of all their interior defense. He's going to have open lanes to the paint because they got to stretch the floor because Dame 35 feet out. I feel like they're going to probably beat them at 6. And then I got Denver coming out of the West. And I got Giannis getting his 2nd championship. And Dame getting his 1st championship.
Okay, so recap. Joe has the Lakers winning it all over Milwaukee. JVC has Golden State winning it over Milwaukee. Rob, you said you got
I got
Milwaukee winning over Denver.
Yep.
And I've got Denver over Milwaukee.
Yep.
I mean, no. I'm sorry. I got Denver over Boston. Because let me tell you why. Nobody's picking Boston. I'm picking Boston. The reason why I'm picking Boston, and I hate Boston, it pains me to do this, but I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all keep forgetting. Mr. Drew Holiday, do you have anything to say about them shipping you off like a hot biscuit, and you get to come back and put some Plant Ike roll? Listen, this is not Jimmy Butler. This is not a bigger guard. This is what Drew specializes in. Did you hear?
Locking them up? Yeah.
Did you hear Jeff Teague? Man, I love Jeff Teague. Jeff Teague talking about Drew Holiday and defense, and man, he was talking about old boy. He used to play for the Lakers too, and he played for the Pistons. He kind of didn't end up being everything, but he's like, bro, that defense is a different kind of thing when them dudes be on you. Man, I can't remember his name. He used to play for Boston too, light skinned dude, defensive guy.
He played for who teams he played for?
Played for the Lakers. He got drafted by Boston.
Avery Bradley.
Avery Bradley. He's like Drew and Avery Bradley, fam.
Yep. Yeah.
He's like, you'll be walking that ball up, dreading it. So I think, as much as I love Dame, I think Drew is gonna be like.
No, I just thought about that. Hey, Van Cobb, you remember that series where Dame and CJ McCollum went up against Rondo and Drew Holiday?
Mm-hmm.
For the
done
Pelicans?
this before.
They beat them. Didn't they sweep them? They swept them, didn't they?
Yes,
I think Boogie Cousins and AD was on that team.
That was New Orleans' only playoff series.
No, I hear you. I fool with Drew. I do. But I just feel like Dame is going to take advantage of this. And to your point, it's Dame and McCollum was a backcourt that ran a different. When you got a Dame Giannis pick and roll, like
that's how do you defend that? You can't defend that. That's what I'm saying. It's that pick and roll that's going to be the best in the league, though.
So I want to ask, so Joe, you really feel like AR-15 going to show out then? Because they need somebody else to really show out on the Lakers. So you feel like he's going to.
Oh, no, listen, I'll be 100%. That was a fan pick. I'm not even going to lie with you. I don't know how I'm going to make it that far. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
But if they play the type of defense they played last year, they had the #1 defense in the playoff. Like, once they made those trades, defense locked up.
That is what I'm banking on. I understand. AD is gonna
that dude AD. Did he have like 9 blocks or something?
He's crazy.
But again, unfortunately, the dude, you don't know what you're gonna get out of him out of a nightly basis. But when he's locked, like him in the bubble, that was a different AD. That's the AD that we need. If I'm not mistaken, we faced Denver to get to the finals.
Yeah.
In the bubble, and then face.
But it's all about where you land, because it's all about matchups. So I'm gonna be honest with you. If the Warriors end up having to go up against the Lakers, I don't got too much confidence after what I saw last time. Like, it ain't too much change as far as that matchup goes. But if they somehow elude them and they get around them, and the Lakers got to see Denver or somebody earlier, then bye Lakers.
And that is exactly what I was going to say as far as their path. Their path is going to have to be through matchup. To be honest, big of a Heat fan as I am, he got the right matchup to make it to where they need to go. And guys were healthy, which is my concern with Boston. Honestly, that's my concern with Milwaukee too. I love Dame. He's gotten some injuries the last few years.
Yep.
And between him, unfortunately, CP3, like these guys kind of just have a history of injury. So as much as I want to see Dame succeed, after all the years in Portland, I'll be honest, like Boston is going to be very formidable, because the thing with Boston is you can have one of your starters get hurt and you still got at least a solid core for the most part. A lot of these teams, obviously, you lose a guy that kind of starts your season. But man, like Boston, they got so many weapons. I forgot they had Drew Holiday. But yeah, path is going to be 100%. And I'll be honest with you, it's a lot of teams in the West that look good. Obviously, we haven't really talked a lot about. I'm not a big believer in the Kings, but the Kings, man, Kings still was looking good from last year. So many teams, the Pelicans, if Zion, Williamson can stay healthy, potentially they might do some stuff. So there's a lot of good teams in the West.
The West is tough this year.
West is tough, and I just feel like, bro, all the nerves, all the repeat things, and can y'all care? I feel like Jokic don't care. He barely want to be here, and he just dominates.
Hey, did you see the clip where he was scouting horses at practice?
Yeah, dude. Like I have never seen somebody that good and just.
Who they lost my man though that came over from Brooklyn.
Bruce Bowen.
Bruce Bowen.
No,
they got
Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown. Yeah.
Bruce Brown, but they think Christian Brown gonna fill the spot. So as we end, we almost got through it, and Jay, you just touched on it. But any thoughts on Benjamin David Simmons? Jeff, calm down. Don't let your head explode. But any thoughts? He's looking good in the preseason, y'all. Did you see that? He's shooting the ball again.
I think he
just
gonna
about to get out.
No, I think that dude about to. I think he bought the ball. He basically like.
Oh, really?
I don't hate that dude. That's that dude Van Cobb.
I
You
mean,
think he about to?
hates
You
that
think
dude.
you think he about to do what? What are you about to do, Jay?
like
He has
all-star
no
level?
pressure. He has no pressure on him. He's gonna play
yeah.
like an all defensive. He gonna play like an all. He gonna compete for defensive player of the year. Like he was second. What was that? 2 years ago, he was number 2 defensive player of the year.
Yeah,
He finished second.
before Trae Young stole his heart. Yeah, he was all right.
He
but-
gonna flirt. He gonna flirt with averaging like a triple double this year. He
Wow.
gonna flirt with him. 10, 12 points, 10 rebounds. He gonna be close to that. 9 assists, 8 assists. He gonna be around those type of numbers. He gonna flirt. He gonna flirt with triple double numbers this year.
My man. Mom, I gotta do my Denzel on that. Okay. Any other I put him like this. I think he'll have a decent year because compared to the last couple of years, you can't get nowhere up.
But he
I
has no
kind of
pressure.
actually like that. I love Mikal Bridges. I kind of like that team. I mean, the East.
Yeah.
Other than the top two, I don't even know what's going to happen in the East. You can tell me anything in the East.
They got that young cat that was coming in ball and putting up numbers. What's his
Yeah.
name?
Cam Thomas.
Cam Thomas.
Ain't
Yeah.
never missed a shot, and he ain't afraid at all. So I kind of do like the team, but I just feel like he's going to be a great regular season player, and come playoffs, he's going to revert because something's still not right with that dude. Unless he starts shooting 3-4 threes a game. I see that, I might change my tune, but other than that, I don't really think.
I'll say, seeing what they did in the preseason, I think that's what they needed to do all along. Like, don't play him like a 1, don't play him like a 2, play him like a powerful
like
point
a
guard.
like a Draymond.
Right, like, because you got cats that can spread the floor.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that when they were playing, he still can attack. He still can attack and drive. You know, he obviously isn't as confident around the perimeter, but he can still drive. That's still his thing. And he's still got a basketball IQ. If they play him at the 4 and almost treat him similar to how Giannis is, like you're not really looking for Giannis to light up from the flame. You treat him like that. Like you said, I could see him somewhere around that 10 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds.
He's 6'10", like.
Yeah,
he's still big as a mug. I mean,
he gonna put up those kind of numbers, bro.
Real quick, any thoughts, Jeff? Any thoughts?
Listen, man. If what y'all saying is true, like there's a lot of signs in the earth right now, but Jesus really is about to come back. If Ben Simmons,
that dude's disgusting, bro.
If he come back to God, bro, been backslid.
There's signs in the earth.
Listen, man.
Hey, that dude was calling my man's father out. I ain't never heard. He said that dude's father.
Listen, my man's is fragile, bro. We saw this these clips, man. You would see clips of him doing stuff in practice, and then he get in the game.
Yeah,
Benjamin Button.
That's
he wasn't
why
healthy, dude.
I want to see him
man.
in some pressure situations because until then,
he might be feeling good right now, but it might be like PTSD, bro. Something go
No, for
wrong,
real.
he just revert.
Because the crazy thing is when you see that dude work out, he's shooting threes and hitting threes.
Yeah.
But then for you to like literally not even, you always tell me like he need to learn how to shoot. I'm like, Bram, I don't even know if he can shoot because he don't, and that's a mental thing. So
It's a game jinx.
It's just I don't hit if you see him shoot up close and personal, like that's not a shot form of a dude who thinks the ball's going in, man.
yeah, he just something
Like he's got this weird.
Not, man. It comes over, yeah.
So last question before we leave, yes or no, hot potato. Is Ja Morant gonna act right? Joe, yes or no?
No.
JVC, yes or no?
Heck no.
Rob, yes or no?
No way.
I say no as well. This has been Channel 5, our NBA preview annual show. We will revisit these picks, fam, to see what happens. It's a long season, long time, but you know what to do, y'all. Be blessed. Stay sharp.
Hey, shout out to the Las Vegas Aces, man. Back to back.
Oh, yeah,
man.
big shout out
Back-to-back.
to Asia. My girl, Asia, man. I love me some Asia Wilson.
Women's game is coming up, man. You get crossed
Yes.
up, bro.
That was a great series, and they pulled it out. Shout out Becky Hammond, ain't no joke. Two
Wow.
years and 2 rings. That's a pop
Without two starters
And they was missing two starters.
And Candace Parker.
and Candace Parker.
Yeah, real way up in.
No Candace.
Dude, Asia Wilson, man,
Asia's is true. She's like, y'all
she's
should
on her way to being a GOAT, like for real, man.
have gave me the MVP. Yeah, yeah. Asia Wilson. She get.
They might. I don't know. This might be the first. We done, but we all know about Houston Comets when the league first started. Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, Tina Thompson, 4 in a row. They might. This Las Vegas Aces team, man, they might have a shot.
Yeah, I rocks heavy with Asia. I rock heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out our team. Shout out. Hey, it's starting to be title town around here too, man.
Knights, baby.
For the Knights. You know what I'm
Knights
saying?
start off like 7-0.
Yeah. The Raiders can kick rocks. We don't care about them. But anyway, that'll be the show. Y'all be blessed. Stay sharp. We'll holler at you. All right.